What up? What's going on? Share this up in a couple places. All right, let me maybe it look a little dim in here. I don't know. Do I need to get another light? Let me see. Might be a little bit more light. Who knows? It is what it is, though. What's up, Pat? What's going on? Let's go over to X real quick. Let's pin this. All right. Let me see if I can tweak this a little bit. Let's go 780, 720 this time. See what that do. Maybe that might be. Once again, the sell job went 5 for 6 on prize picks. Mad Max Muncie sold on his fancy score. Man, didn't he sell? That motherfucker didn't do nothing. Straight up. I should have looked into his splits yesterday, man. But it is what it is. All right, take a look at the weather. So, we have the Minnesota boy. Minnesota came through yesterday, man. Everything came to fruition. That was strong, man. But I didn't bet him. That's crazy. I broke all that shit down and didn't even sprinkle a dime on them. That was crazy on the money line. Because I knew they was gonna get him. And first five. They came back and got that first five and full game. That was crazy work. And Barger hit that bomb. And the first five bats went crazy. They got busy. Not crazy, but he had a chance in the ninth with runners in scoring position, but he struck out. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Um, let's do it though. Weather, Toronto and Minnesota. I'm only mentioning this game because showers may come in the latter half of the game. It won't impact the starting pitching, but maybe the bats late in the game. Okay. Uh, Los Angeles Dodgers at St. Louis. Just like the game above, rain will be moving in during the game. A lot will depend on how quick they play because the models do bring in some decent rain. We'll update when we get closer to lock. So keep an eye out on that St. Louis game. Shout out to St. Louis, man. I really wanted to bet St. Louis yesterday. It was St. Louis or nothing. I didn't bet them. They went out there and handled business. I might be seeing the board. Who knows, right? But hey, Texas and Washington. Some showers may be around, but they don't look very widespread. Arizona and Cincy. Here we go again in Cincinnati. So get this. They have to finish yesterday's game first, and today's game will be played 40 minutes after that. The problem is that when the rain is supposed to move in, if they play today's game only, they might get it in. But those extra few innings will make for more in game delays for the main game. We'll update. So keep an eye on the update, man. Boston and New York Yankees rain chances will be moving out. Hopefully before first pitch. Shouldn't be a big deal. Just wanted to mention it. Okay. So shout out to Kevin Roth on vacation, still handling business. All right. Man scared me for a second, struggling in Colorado, but they pulled through. Man, yeah, they came around though. They came around. It's all right. They pulled through, but man, they was on some struggling stuff, man. Straight up. Um, let's get to it. All right, so we got let me get these lineups here. Let me refresh this here. See what we got. Cubs lineup, Kyle Montero primary, Toronto slow footing, Dodgers slow footing, Wilson all the way back here in fifth. Um, Texas ain't out. Okay, so Jackson. I haven't looked to see what they said, but I told Jackson give me their top MLB bets for today, June 7th. They gave me Houston Astros money line. I haven't looked at that game. Atlanta Braves plus 1.5. I don't know, but I guess, right? I looked at that game. Toronto Blue Jays versus Minnesota under 8.5. I couldn't figure it out. That might be the play. 8.5 under. I couldn't figure it out. I was having thoughts, having doubts. That might be the play. Under 8.5. Cattell Marte over a half a hit. I didn't look at that game. Marlins versus Tampa Bay under 8.5. That could be the play, but I want to show you guys something about that game. I told him, give me your top home run best today. Yes. Going back to the well with Addison Barge, he got there yesterday. Caminero, I chickened on his home run yesterday. I took his 3 hits, runs, and RBIs, cashed that. So Kyle Rowley, this motherfucker hit a home run all the time. So Peter Lonzo, whatever, right? In course, anybody can hit a bomb. They might go crazy today. Manny Machado, bang, hit the home run yesterday. Manny Machado hits runs and RBIs, and I put him on my home run late yesterday. So we'll get to this, and I think I got to look at that because I think Manny Machado is facing his best split. Good call on Cameron Era took his fantasy points and he crushed it. Yes, he did, for sure. And I have to look at that game, and it's something in that game I definitely want to talk to y'all about. So, to make matters, to speed things up, I want to say, hold on one second. Let me hold up. My fault, y'all. Give me a second. If y'all watching me, if you watching this on Facebook, hey, like it, share it. You liked it. You watching me on YouTube? Hey, like it, share it, hit the notifications. You watching this on X? Hey, give me a follow. Hit the notifications. My boy Mo. Shout out to my boy Mo. Tampa Bay game will be under. Yeah, so Mo, glad you popped in because I have been looking at some games. Yesterday I could have gave you that Minnesota play. I don't know if you bet Minnesota, but man, Mo, I was all over Minnesota, bro, and they prevailed. And I took that boy for that home run. That meant that that's an interesting game. I'm finna get to that Minnesota. I'm finna get to that Toronto game. Taj Bradley been looking good. I mean, not Toronto, the Tampa game. Taj Bradley been looking good, but that motherfucker. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Because I'm probably gonna end up getting to that game right now. So I looked over some of the games, and and we're gonna finish it off. So some of the early games, right? So I can't come on here and be biased. I know y'all probably can't see, but this is a Cubs hat. It's just white creamish, right? But at the end of the day, I can't be so biased, with my team. So, and I looked at this game last night. So most of the time when I look at the games at night, if I don't write shit down, that shit goes in and out, man. Straight up, that shit goes in and out. But what I'm gonna say here is, yeah, it'll be the Cubs or nothing for me in this spot. Prop wise here, um, I mean, Jameson Taillon historically pitched his worst versus lefties, and Parker Meadows, he just came back. Kerry Carpenter looked better than Riley Green for me. So if I'm taking somebody for a bomb on this side of the ball, it will probably be Kerry Carpenter. I like Kerry Carpenter. At the end of the day, Kyle Tucker, you could look at him for a walk or whatever the case may be, but don't forget your walk. Your walk's going to be plus money. Seiya Suzuki, at times he popped, so I couldn't talk you off anything for Seiya Suzuki. Bush down here at the bottom of this lineup has been hitting good. He's gonna be down there starting shit. Nico Horner, he don't strike out. Ian Happ, I just haven't been on Ian Happ this year, so we'll see what it is. But at the end of the day, um, if I'm looking, if a bare minimum hits, I mean Michael Bush, Pete Crow. Pete Crow wasn't on my list, right, on my radar, but Bush, Horner don't strike out, Suzuki. Those are the three bats that I'm looking at. I like the way that Bush be down here, can be down here and be dangerous in the 7 hole, right? So that makes our whole lineup, especially on the wraparound, look pretty good. So I like the Cubs. Just the Cubs are nothing for me if I decide to go there. Toronto and Minnesota. So I tried to get around. I tried to get around. Try to get around. Try to get around. Try to get around things here. Um, Yesterday I felt way more confident than I felt today. So, like I said, I looked at Jackson. Jackson said they like the under. I thought about everything except for the under, but there are some spots that I do like here. um, Looking at the Minnesota side of things and looking at both sides, right? Um, First of all, we look at the lefties, right? So we'll definitely take a look at the Toronto lefties. We'll throw Chris Paddock up there, and then we'll pull it down. The lefties, we only looking at one guy here, right? Last 2 weeks, we got Addison Barge. He's 19 at bats. He'll probably be hitting cleanup, just like yesterday. We took him for a bomb yesterday. We could probably go right back to a bomb. He's got 5 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks. Actually, I could bring this down to the last 7 days. He's been cooking. So, last 7 days, four at bats. I mean, 8 at bats, 4 hits. All four of the motherfuckers was bombs, not striking out, whatever the case may be. When somebody's just hot, somebody's just hot, right? I gotta, I'm gonna play him for something, right? We're gonna leave here with something, right? But the main thing out of all of this here is straight betting. Straight betting, straight betting, straight betting is major key. So, but when I'm looking at the righties, now I'm gonna head over here to the right handers and at the end this pitch mix, one or two of these guys didn't look like they looked yesterday. Of course, it's a different pitcher, different people throwing things. So, going to the last month, Bo Bichette looked a little bit good here. Alejandro Kirk still looks good, right? You can look at them for a tapper or whatever the case may be, but over the course of the last month, there's some pretty nice green here. But like we were saying yesterday, uh, the last 2 weeks and the last week, baseball is an up and down game, and this, you're gonna catch your runs and stuff. Your favorite player gonna go over. It's gonna be wild. It's a whole season. But like I said, this is one of my least bet on teams, Toronto. But sometimes you got to be able to see when they're getting ready to go on some type of little run, whatever the case may be. And you can probably that's how I came up with that shit yesterday. But you had to really, really dig deep in there to see it. But right now, we do have Paddock on the mound. We do got Gosman on the mound. I can see instances where they can hit, and I can see instances where this game could go under. Both of these teams got some decent bullpens. I just don't know where I want to go with. This is my least bet on team, so I'm less confident. But we're looking at the barrel percentages here. George Springer hit a bomb yesterday. His barrel was up. Uh, Kirk barrel was up. Within the last 2 weeks, Springer, Bichette, and Vladdy's got a bomb, and Kirk is batting 500 in the last week. Last 7 days here, what have you done for me lately? Last 7 days, Bo Bichette 0 for 5 for this versus pitch mix. But you get Kirk 4 for 4 in the last 7 days, not striking out, fly ball 50, whatever case may be with that. And Vladdy down here is 3 for 8. He's not striking out. But this is the last 7 days, very small sample size. But like I said, we can look at the numbers here. I can bring up some team numbers here versus right hand pitching. And to make things short, I'll just leave it right here on last 7 days. And you can go down here. Toronto, 12% K rate, the second least striking out strikeout team in the league with 125 WRC plus, which is 100 should be league average. What's that? Weighted runs created plus, and then they are 125, so they're like 25 more than average in the last week. Or if you just want to look at the last 14 days, all that means is they just been hitting right hand pitching. Last 14 days, 329 plate appearances, 11% K rate. That's very low, the least in the league in that time span with a 116 WRC plus. So I am definitely skeptical, right? So for Toronto, the guys that's gonna have to win it, it's gonna have to be these first 5 guys. These the guys that's doing the damage, right? Bobuchet, Guerrero, Barger, Kirk, and Springer. Those are guys gonna have to do the damage here. On the flip side, we take a look at to Minnesota here. We'll take a look. I'm sorry. We'll take a look at Minnesota. I'm sorry, and then we got Kevin Gosman on the mound. Gosman has been pitching. He ain't as worse as bad as he was last year. I tell you that shit right now, right? So, uh, actually, I want to take a look at the lefties first because those are the ones that kind of stand out to me. So so it's 2 bats that really kind of stand out to me. 2.5 bats. If I want to add in Matt Wallner, we know Matt Wallner can take anybody deep, but Trevor Larnach and Willie Castro, right? So Castro is the guy that I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna end up liking him for a hit no matter what. He's just that type of guy. So last month there, Larnach's got 3 bombs, Castro's got 3, Clemens got 2, and Wallner's got 1. Small sample size for Wallner because he had been hurt and things of that nature. But bringing it into what you have done for me lately, I want to say for these lefties here, similar to what Toronto's been doing. Uh, Larnach's 2 bombs in the last 2 weeks. Clemens got 2 bombs in the last 2 weeks. Castro's got 2 bombs in the last 2 weeks. Uh, Warner and Larnach and Castro's batting 455. Castro hadn't struck out, right? So I can look at Castro being a pest. The confirmed lineups here, Castro is down here in that 8 hole, and then Clemens is right here. Royce Lewis, it's a matter of time before he explodes. Warner got a bomb or 2 in the last week or so, and Correa is just getting around. But Buxton is not in the lineup. So Buxton, it's been 3 straight games. His ass to went over. So I don't know what to do here, man. Truth be told, I mean, sometimes all that green still don't move my needle, right? Move the needle for me. Sometimes all that green still don't move the needle for me. And so what it comes down to me is pitching. You got Gosman and you got Paddock. I don't know which way I want to go. I'm so undecided here, but I'll tell you what I do like. Trevor Larnach, and I definitely like Barger here. These 2 guys here, I mean, I know you got your Vladdies, your Boba Sets and all that. Kirk, If I had to take two guys for, if I had to take a, I tell you like this: if I had to take a guy for a home run for Toronto, it would be Barger. If I had to take a guy for a hit, it would probably be Kirk. Just today, but we know Bobuchet and Vladdy; those guys are good, some of the best. Um, if I had to, Larnick, I like Larnick, right? If I had to take one person to get a hit, I had to come down here to Willie Castro. He's just that contact guy, right? It feels like an under. So you can see it probably opened up at 8.5. It's now at an 8. Money's coming in. Now I don't it's probably gonna be a pass for me. Right. This was a hard game for me to decipher. At the end of the day here, it's probably gonna be a pass for me. So as for a side, it's probably gonna be a pass, but I can't tell you. Yesterday I was on Minnesota. I was on Toronto. I can't tell you where I'm going this day. All right, so we got weather implications here in this Toronto Dodgers game. So let me read this weather off to you again. Just like the game above, rain will be moving in during the game. A lot will depend on how quick they play because the models do bring in some decent rain. We'll update as we get closer to lock. So we got rain implications. I'll tell you this: if there was no rain here, good weather, whatever the case may be, in this spot, it would be the Dodgers are nothing for me in this spot, right? Money line parlays, run line straights. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Um, it would be the Dodgers for me. I get a picture lean towards the Dodgers. Eric Fetty is not one of my guys. I super leaned hard towards St. Louis yesterday, just because the simple fact they had. I gave the pitcher lean to St. Louis. They had Sonny Gray on the mound, right, versus the other kid, the young kid, the Dodgers got. But now they bringing out Yamamoto. One thing about St. Louis, they don't strike out much. We know this. So if you can work a count and these motherfuckers don't strike out much. Shout out to Contreras, man. He hit that bomb, right? We was all over him. But um as far as the bats here, one bat stands out to me. Brandon Donovan. I can see Mason Wynn getting a hit or something like that, but those are the only two bats I like. Between the two, if I had to take one for a hit, it would probably be Brandon Donovan. But on the Dodger side, I mean, so we want to keep an eye out on Mookie because Mookie's heating up. I like Mookie. Freddie Freeman is just really good at baseball. This guy's good. Max Muncy, looked at some of his splits. I like him a little bit better at home versus righties. That's his best split. Mookie Betts, his best split here is at home versus righties as of right now. So take a look at Mookie. And then you want to jump on guys like this when they get warm, right? So I think Mookie is warming up. So taking a look at some of the splits here, like I say, he's got a 278 batting average versus righties. At home, he's batting 252. Home versus righties, he's batting 247. No, I'm sorry. On the road versus righties, he's on the road. First of all, he's hitting better on the road, 280. At home, he's batting 252. On the road versus righties, he's batting 312. Right, that's one thing. The month of June, he's averaging. So the month of June, it's early sample size, 4 games, whatever the case may be. But you want to be early to the party. He's batting 467 right now. He might be getting ready to get hot, right? Like I said, his best split on the road versus righties, or actually at home versus lefties, but not too far behind on the road versus righties. What I like about Mookie here, he doesn't have no more than 11% K rate, right? However you look at it, that's beautiful. As long as you're not going up there striking out, it is what it is. And then Freddie Freeman. So pie heads, right? So taking a look down the line here, I definitely like pie heads here. So Pages, Freeman, Mookie, and Atani, I like those guys. And then they got other ancillary guys that can get busy, right? So at the end of the day here, it'll be Dodgers mainline parlays, one line straight for me. Favorite bats here, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Otani, and Pages. I really Freeman is just a dog, man. He just really knows how to play ball. The Texas and Washington game. I tell you one thing, Jacob DeGrom, he's been through injuries and things like that. I couldn't put a read on this game. First of all, Texas bats, I don't even care what they do, right? I'm really good at not betting on them. So I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm not betting on them, right? Um, Jacob DeGrom, he pitching his worst to lefties. He can give up a bomb to lefties, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody one of these lefties, you can see this team is rolling out all lefties except for one. That's Jacob Young down there. But am I gonna bet any of these guys? Probably not. But like I'm going to give Jacob DeGrom, I'm just gonna fall back. I'm gonna fade this game, but just to give you guys a good a look here. Jacob DeGrom pitching his worst. I want to say on the road versus lefties, right? So he's given up 9 bombs. All of them came to lefties. All of them. On the road versus lefties, he's given up 5 bombs. So at the end of the day, that's what he's doing, right? So I just guess, um, you know, right hand batters don't stand a chance. So, but at the end of the day, you got to see how these teams are getting ready to coach this shit, right? But this Washington team, they already run out a bunch of lefties, and like I said, this lineup is all lefties, 1 through 8, one righty in that 9 hole. So he Degrom might slip up and give up a home run. The best home run hitter over here is James Wood, and then Abrams. We know he could probably hit a bomb. Josh Bell can get lucky with a bomb here and there. Luis Garcia don't strike out. So we'll see what's going to happen, but won't none of my money be on that. On the Texas side, we know Corey Seager is good. The guy I was looking at on the Texas side was Josh Jung. I'm just gonna have to pass. Philly and Pittsburgh, mainline parlays, run line straights. It's all Philly for me. We'll be going up against. They'll be going up against Andrew Haney. I didn't even look at the Philly the Pittsburgh bats. I don't really too much care. Truth be told, I hate to shit on them like that, but I'm not fucking with them. Tell you that right now. So um, there's a few bats that I do like here though. So and I had to dig a little into some of these splits. Hold on, let me see something. So how was I looking at this? All right, so first and foremost, looking at Pittsburgh, right? So Pittsburgh, they are their ass versus lefties for sure. Let's pull up this here versus left hand pitching. Let's go last 30 days and then let's click that. Pittsburgh, last 30 days versus left hand pitching. Number one in striking out, right? And 65 WRC plus, extremely terrible, extremely ass, right? So last 14 days, how many plate appearances? Pittsburgh, 83 plate appearances, 33% K rate, 78 WRC plus. That's 22 below. I want to say average. So even if we look at the full season, Pittsburgh, 28% K rate, 66 WRC plus. Like that's 34 uh, under average. So they ain't been looking good. Have they been playing ball better as of late? Yeah, but that probably came versus lefties. They're not good versus righties. But we could take a look at damn, what's the pitcher name? They just seen him. Well, they seen him this year. What's his name? Uh, Suarez. So they seen Suarez this year, right? So hmm, where was I? Okay, so yeah, they seen Suarez this year. I already just showed y'all how bad they are versus left-hand pitching in the first place. But if we want to take a look at some of these game logs, Suarez hadn't pitched that many games. Suarez has pitched 6 innings or better in every game except for one. He faced this team on the 16th of May. He went 7 innings. Um, he gave up a bomb and he had 6 strikeouts. Let's take a look and see who he gave that bomb up to. Triolo. No, whoever the fuck that is, Canario. I don't even know who that is, man. So he gave up a bomb to a oops bomb probably. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I can't take nothing from the kid. So, but at the end of the day, he's been pitching very good. He's given up more than 3 earned runs only once. Actually, in all his outings, he's only given up run. He's given up runs at 50% of his. He blanked Atlanta. He blanked Colorado. He blanked Cleveland. 3 runs to Pittsburgh. 1 run to Milwaukee in his first game of the season. Of course, Arizona knocked fire from his ass. They gave him 7 runs, but ever since then he's been pitching lights out. So it is what it is. So so he went 7 innings there, right? 50% of his games he went over six innings here. So it's a few ways that we can look at things here. You don't always have to bet games, right? You know what I'm saying? So what are we looking at here? We're looking at the Phillies on the road run line at plus money. We're looking at that. We're also looking at we could take we know they top 5 strikeouts all the way through the flick, right? So why don't they have him up here? I don't understand. Why isn't Lines in out? Are they switching pitchers? What's the deal? Let me see something. Let me refresh this. Did they switch pitchers? Or they just not giving us a line for him? Or too much money came in? All right, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at another market that I didn't mind. Uh, damn, I'm gonna have to look on another book. Let's look on DraftKings real quick. Pitching props. Okay, that's Suarez right there. You get his 6 strikeouts at a plus 110. That's something you can look at. That's a market you can look at. The pitching outs recorded, you can get his so 17 and a half is a parlay piece, but 18 and a half you'll get plus money for that. And you can also look at to record a win, right? You get the win at plus 110. That's something, that's another market you could definitely attack, right? So those are few markets that you can attack if you don't want to look at bats or whatever the case may be. Okay. So speaking of bats here, a few bats that I'm looking at would be first and foremost would be Trey Turner, right? So Trey Turner, he's warm, right? Here's the guy that's gonna probably lead off, and when the bull he hits the righties and lefties, sustainable for when sustainable for when we get it when they switch pitches or whatever the case may be. So he's batting 338 versus lefties, and he's batting 291 versus righties, and more than likely he's going to be leading off, so he's going to get the most bats. He'll be on the road where he's batting 300 versus lefties and 312 versus righties, and in the month of June he's batting 364. I wouldn't look at him for no bombs or nothing like that. I think he had 2 or 3 hits yesterday. We was on him yesterday for a hit, so it is what it is. Then Sosa, right? I like Sosa. His best split here is on the road versus lefties. So you can look at him for a hit. Taking a look at Edmundo Sosa here. Um, he he's batting 349 versus lefties. Um, he at home he's batting 245 in general. On the road he's batting 325. So he's batting 364 on the road versus lefties. I wouldn't look at him for a bomb, but hey, it is what it is. Only thing about that, this month of June he's been cold. But this is his best split. He's only batting 125. It's only 3 games. 3 games. He's only played 3 games. He's probably a lefty specialist. But like I say, on the road versus lefties, he's sporting a 161 WRC plus. I don't mind him for a hit. And then you got Castellanos, and then you got Schwarber. Those are the 4 bats that I'm looking at. So if I look at the lineups here, um, we're looking at Trey Turner. This is a projected lineup, right? He projected to hit first. Castellanos, I don't mind him for a hit on a cleanup or hits, runs, and RBIs. Schwarber, this is probably their day for Schwarber, right? So Schwarber has been hitting righties. He's been hitting lefties this season. Um, I ain't even gonna. He been losing people money when it comes to home runs. So I ain't even gonna put it out there. But today could be the day. Today could be the day. I ain't even gonna lie. But long story short here, Sosa will be hitting back here. Um, so I like Sosa, Castellanos, Schwarber, and Turner. I don't want anything to do with the Pittsburgh side. So it is what it is. Atlanta, San Francisco. I could not figure it out for the. I could not figure it out as far as the side that anything that I want to bet on. So and then the pitching matchups. One thing I was looking at Bryce Elder though. Shout out to Game Day. I was looking at Bryce Elder, and this is another way we can look at things, right? This is like a glorified. It's like a glorified. Man, this is a beautiful tool right here. So um Bryce Elder, I have it filtered to on the road versus lefties. It's just that Kenny's lefties take advantage of this, right? So the Sierra is up there around 6. K percentage is down around 7.3. He's only giving up 2 bombs. Fly ball is down. We do know he is a ground ball pitcher, right? We do know that. But he's not pushing his best or whatever, right? So and then I was down here looking at Jung Ho Lee. Down here, you can really get down to the gist of things as far as the splits, the pitch mix, the pitches, and the splits right there. Right. This page I don't go to often, but this is the today's the matchup page. Right. So since he's pitching his worst to lefties on the road, when you're looking at Elder here, um, since he's pitching his worst to lefties on the road, he's only got a 7% K rate on the road. Small sample size, probably, but it is what it is. So I would say the lefties, if the lefties could get a bump here, right? But the only one I was really looking at here was probably going to be Jung Ho Lee, right? So Jung Ho Lee, um, he's the only one, man. So I mean, but I don't know if I'll get to him or not. No, this is at home, yeah. So, well, I could take the home filter out and just go in general or however I want to do it. And it is what it is. On the flip side, um, Ramos. When I'm looking at the righties, I had to break it down to Ramos. Ramos, it's Ramos. If I'm betting on any right hand batter, it'd probably be Ramos. I can see Chapman too, but Ramos beat out Chapman. So I like Chapman for Ramos for a righty, Chapman for a left. I mean, Young Ho Lee for the lefties, right? Ramos and then Ho Lee for the lefties. If I bet on them, I don't know if I'm going to bet on them. If I'm betting on any bats, I probably would be betting on San Francisco bats instead of. I mean, because you got Logan Webb. Logan Webb was really, really good. Looking at some of the history right here from Acuna has got a bomb versus him. Michael Harris got a bomb versus him. Matt Olson's got a bomb versus him. Going through some of those my progressions for that game here. Um, I was looking at Atlanta's righties in the last 2 weeks right here. That's where I kind of like stopped at. Um, Acuna has got a bomb. He's batting for 100, and also Rally is 6 for 9 in the last 2 weeks without striking out. 22% barrel rate. We know he hits the ball hard, and 3 extra base hits. I could look at some of his exit velo logs here. Um, a 109 exit velo single, 110 exit velo single, fly out, whatever, single, double, home run, double. So, um, but you got to take pitching into consideration, right? This is over under 7.5. Then you got Webb on the mound. Webb has been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal. He's always been good, man. Webb's always been good. So, um, man, let me see something. So let me go back here. Other ways we can attack Webb. We only got a 7.5 over under in the spot. If you like Webb, there's other ways you can bet on him, just like the same way I just brought to you guys here, right? So Webb right here. Taking a look at Webb's game logs here. Um, he just got hit though versus the Yankees, but prior to that he went 10 Ks, 6 innings here. 12 versus Detroit versus the Angels, 12 Ks, 6 innings. Um, 6 Ks versus Houston, 7 innings, and 5 innings, 5 innings, and seven here versus Minnesota. So, and he's been doing this all his career, truthfully. So, not the strikeouts, but pitching, going deeper into games. So, his line for his pitching outs would be you can get a win for him at +110, and his pitching outs, they probably got him at 18 and a half, meaning he had to go into the 7th inning. Oh, they got him at 19 and a half. I can't bet that. I can't bet that. That means he got to go ahead and go 7 almost. I can't bet that. I don't want to bet that. Truth be told, I don't. So, as far as this here, um, this game got an underfield to it. To me, it's got an underfield to it. Anytime you got Webb on the mound, there's always some underfield to it. I cannot look at this game for bats. I think it went from a 7.5. Now it's at a solid 7 over here on Bet365. So this is not a game. I would be looking towards the under. Maybe first 5 under, something like that. However the case may be, you could break it down to first 5 under, or something like that. The next game here was the Tampa Bay Rays game. Now, what I will say about this game, this is where I just left off at. This game here was kind of fishy for me, right? Because look, um, what's his name? Taj Bradley, right? He the one who pitching, right? So Taj Bradley has been pitching good. Okay, can't take nothing from him. Got a 48% ground ball rate. That's definitely what you want to see, a high ground ball rate. He's given up more than 3 earned runs twice. This, but the one time he did give up 5 runs was versus. Well, he gave up 6 runs down here to the Yankees, but go figure. But he just seen these guys on the 16th. He gave them. They didn't hit any home runs, and he gave them 4 innings, and they gave him 5 earned runs. So I had to dig in to see why, how, who, what the f, what the helly, right? So going back over the course of the season, I had to see what he was throwing. First of all, so Taj Bradley's throwing that 4-seam fastball, right? So versus left-hand batters, he's giving up 6 extra base hits and 3 home runs on that fastball alone. So I had to go in there, and I had to dumb it down and just put the fastball up there, right? Who don't love a good fastball? So this is a fastball hitting team when you're looking at the numbers, especially the righties. But over the course of the season, you got Liam Hicks. He's got 5 bombs, 4 bombs, 6 extra base hits. Kyle Starr's got eight bombs, 7 extra base hits. And those are a few of the bats that you can look at. That's over the course of the season. Bringing it back into the last month here, uh, Jesus Sanchez, 15% K rate. Xavier Edwards just came back, or whatever case may be, 13% K rate. Liam Hicks, he ain't even striking out off the fastball, 0. So that's that. Bringing it back into what you've done for me lately. What is this? Last 2 weeks. Now this is the fastball alone, and this is only left-hand hitters. Stowers ain't been playing much. Hicks ain't struck out. Edwards 3 for 9. Now, so I said, okay, what is he throwing to the righties? I mean, to the lefties. Uh, to the righties. He's throwing that fastball 46% of the time, and then he's got 3 bombs on that fastball to righties, and to lefties, and then he's got 4 bombs on that fastball to righties. So I had to look at their ass again. Now these are the right hand batters, right? Smaller sample size for these guys. This is only the fastball I got in there, and look at all this green. Look at all this extra velo. That means whenever they hitting this motherfucker, they hitting it hard, right? And and then look at the strikeout percentages. They green 14% for Wagaman, 16%, Norby 25%, 6 and 8. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. So that's over the course of the season. Well, what about lately? Bring it on in, at least to the last month here. Shit, even more green. Last month, versus the fastball alone, these guys are batting Norby 316, Wagaman 353, Ramirez 438, Otto Lopez 400, Derek Hill, whatever the case may be with all that shit. And none of these guys really too much striking out, right? So that's a reason why they hit him, right? So this is the second matchup versus these guys in a month. In a month, is he going to make some adjustments? He's throwing that fastball close to 50% of the time to lefties and righties. And this team hits the fastball. This team hits the fastball. So uh, that's just one pitch. Now I can click it here and drop all the rest of his pitches in there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a little bit, some of these pitchers, they just can't get away from certain pitches, right? So, if he going to keep throwing that fastball, they 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 can probably do something. Now, going over here, ways I try to attack sometimes would be like first fives and what's a really good market was team totals, right? So climbing over here, if you think this Miami team can be pesky, or you think they can get to them for a few runs or something like that, I would look at the first five and stuff like that, right? Let's see, first five, meaning first 5 innings. Uh, or he could just go out here and pitch a gym. It is what it is. Now, right now, I don't know what this opened up at, but you can get a first five team total for the Marlins at 1.5. I'm not saying they're gonna do it, but these are bets people overlook. They can put up two. You think they can put up 2 runs in the first 5 innings versus this pitcher? There you have it. I mean, you could do you could take a bet like that, right? You could take a bet like that, something like that. If you think the team's gonna put up both teams gonna put up 2 runs in the first 5 innings, you can get a plus 185, some shit like that. 1 run minus 175 at a parlay piece, but you get the drift. Bloop and a blast, and then boom, that's 2 runs. That's 2 runs. What up, Ed? He said, I've been on the Marlins all week. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So this is a market that a lot of people don't attack. That's really really good market. You first five money lines. You could cut out the bullpens like some Arizona with a weak ass bullpen. You could take the first five money lines, get in and get out, shit like that. It's other ways you can do it. Now, looking at the lines for this game, we have it's over under 8.5. Vegas got the team total at 4.5 for they expect the Rays to put up 4.5 and Miami to put up 3.5, right? So we're gonna go ahead. This is where I left off at. So I hadn't looked at any bats or anything like that. I'll take a quick deep dive through that. So we already know. I don't know exactly who I want to who I feel like I would want to bet on, but when the lineup comes out, all these guys here, all these guys here, they could, some of these guys hit. So I'll tell you who I would like. Uh, at least for a hit, I can see Ramirez, and then I don't mind Xavier Edwards, Liam Hicks. If Star was in there, I couldn't talk you off a bomb for him, right? So, Liam Hicks has been one of those guys for me. Xavier Edwards, we know he can get on, and then we know he can steal a base, and then and then I mean, Alan Lopez as of late, but Ramirez, I would like him as well. I mean, for hits, I mean, I can't talk you off of it. I want to see who's going to be in the lineup. Flipping the strip, we got Ryan Weathers on the mound here. So, he's sporting a 25% K rate, right? He's a lefty here. So take a look at some of his game logs. I know he just faced them I mean, he could have faced them. He didn't face them. He didn't face them. Okay. So he got a little bit of the case stuff, you know what I'm saying? Um, Take a look at these boys here. Versus left hand pitching. Tampa Bay Rays. I can specifically look at them at home, right? Versus left hand pitching at home because that ballpark produces runs. So boom. Versus lefties at home. Last 30 days, Tampa Bay 134 WIC plus. They hitting like a mug, right? So, mm, 178 in last 50 play appearances. Sheesh. All right, let's take a look. Right, I'm gonna like Caminario for sure. Let's take a look here. Let's go over here to Ryan Weathers, Tampa Bay, um, right hand hitters. Okay, is there any way Ryan Weathers can come out here and pitch good, or at least still us some strikeouts? Ryan Weathers. Where is he? Ryan Weathers. I know he's there. I just can't. My eyes ain't. I can't see him real good. Okay, there you go. On the road. It's only a couple. Only a couple play appearances. Ryan Weathers. What is he throwing? The fastball. Okay, so how much is he throwing that fastball? Because I know Low likes that fastball. Oh, he's throwing that fastball 52% of the time. Oh no, that's Brandon Lowe territory. Let me go to the lefties first. How much is he throwing that fastball to lefties? 45%. Hmm. I know Brandon Lowe like fastball. Mm. Small sample size. He liked the fastball from righties, probably though. Righties, that's what he liked, the fastball from righties. So this is a small sample size. Yeah, so this not from left hand batters, from righties. I'm sorry, pitchers, but because versus right hand pitcher, he will strike out, but I know he loves that shit by heart. So okay. So left hand pitching, smaller sample size, man. Small sample size here. I'm gonna throw all his pitches up there and see what we got, so we can move him, so we can move it. So lefties, and I had my eyes set on Caminero earlier, and it's probably gonna be that's who it's probably gonna be for me. He don't strike out much. He's the one who I like to bet on. Righties. Historically, Yandy Diaz has hit lefties really good, so you could uh, keep him in mind as well. Uh, Caminero and don't look too hot over the course of the season. Last 2 weeks, he's got a bomb versus lefties. He hadn't struck out. Small sample size. Always going to be a smaller sample size when you're dealing with these lefties. Diaz, last 2 weeks, last month, 5 for 14, uh, not striking out. Caminero, uh, only 2 for 9, not striking out. So Diaz probably looks like the one. Like I said, Diaz historically he's hit lefties really well, right? He might end up leading off today. So Diaz, Diaz might be that guy today. This year, this year he don't look as of right now. He ain't looking too hot versus lefties. But I know what he does. I know what he does versus lefties. I know what he has done. Um, Probably can look at. So you look at this is his career numbers. Diaz, I know he hits lefties, so he's got a career average of 300 versus lefties. So that's just to let you know. Right now, it's a smaller sample size, but if you know some player history, you know what can happen, right? He's got 34 home runs versus lefties and 49 home runs versus righties. Historically, he's hit lefties better. That's just that's just that in a nutshell. Just this season is not it's not showing up. He said thanks for the Caminero. Look, oh, you talking about yesterday? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I took his hits, runs, and RBIs though. He didn't hit the bomb. He didn't hit the bomb. Um, yeah, I took his hits, runs, and RBIs at 2.5. So the total in this game here, we got what my boy Moe. Did he say Tampa game will be under? I couldn't talk you off of that. I couldn't talk you off of that. Now that I look at it, I couldn't talk you off of that. None of that stuff is being looking sexy to me. But what if? I mean, if they was on the road, I wouldn't even mind taking a stab at the dogs today, straight up. But if Tampa Bay was on the road, but they not, right? They not. Weathers, mm, Weathers, um, Weathers. I wonder if we can get what is the strikeouts? That ballpark scares me though, man. That ballpark scares me. 4.5 at a -170. I couldn't talk you off of it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I would probably, man, I ain't gonna say I would go to the 5.5, but I like it, man. It's a parlay piece. I like it, man. They're just gonna have, they would have to crack me, right? Let me see. Weathers. Um, Let me see. 25% K rate. Only a few games. He's only pitched a few games on the road. Last year, his K rate went down on the road. Only small sample size this year. On the road versus lefties right now, 30% K rate, 24% K rate to righties. Right now, that's high. And but like I said, only a smaller sample size, man. Small sample size right now. Hmm. 7 Ks to San Francisco, 6 to San Diego. That's impressive. Uh, 4 to the Cubs, 5 to the Cubs. Hmm. I don't mind his strikeouts here. I don't. So I don't mind his strikeouts. I like it. I like it at 4.5. Win, lose, or draw. Hey, take a L. 4.5 for the parlay piece. 5.5. You'll get 5.5 strikeouts for him. You'll get it at plus 130, right? Um, last 30 days, Tampa Bay, 13th to strike out with a 24% K rate, but they will hit. They will hit them. They have hit lefties as of late. As of late, what about at home? Lefties home, Tampa Bay better, even better at home. So can they go in there and sneak out? Can he go in there and sneak out some K's? That's what I'm thinking at. What time this game come on? 3. I haven't been breaking down these White Sox games, and I'm not getting ready to break down this game straight up. I'm not getting ready to break down this game. So let me see what we got real quick and do a quick intermission for these early games because the games get ready to come on soon. I want to do a quick intermission real quick. Tampa Bay, Cleveland. Oh, this Astros game, Cincinnati. Okay, Astros. Oh shit, Gavin Williams and Hunter Brown. Mm. So I don't be betting. I don't bet on Houston that much, but I will see uh, Hunter Brown here. We're looking at right hand pitching since Cleveland. Let's see, 22% K rate last 30 days for Cleveland. Last 2 weeks here, 22% K rate, 122 WIC plus. Fuck it. Last 7 days for me. Cleveland, 121, 121 plate appearances, 154. They've been hitting righties as of late. Um, mm, Hunter Brown is really good. He's giving up 6 bombs, 3 of them to Tampa Bay. At Tampa Bay, that's what scares me. That fucking Tampa Bay, man. That ballpark, that weather, and all that shit. Two of my least bet on teams for bats, man, for sure. Cleveland, righties. Hunter Brown's probably pitching his worst on the road to righties. Whatever his K percentage is looking like, 28% or better, no matter where he's at, lefties, righties, home, away, 28% K rate or better. Yeah. Damn, this boy is on fire. Okay. Uh, I don't want to bet on none of these bets, man. Straight up. I don't even want to bet on I don't even want to bet on Atlanta, man. I mean uh Houston bats, but I'm gonna look. I don't think I want to target any bats versus him. Truth be told, that's what's gonna happen right there. I'm not gonna target any of these guys. Truth be told, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if I'm looking for maybe Ramirez for a hit, I don't even know. I ain't gonna say I'm wasting my time, but I'd rather look at Gavin Williams and he's giving up 4 bombs at home to lefties, but he's got a lower average versus them. He's pitching his worst, his highest average at home versus righties. Now he's going to see a ton of righties here. He's pitching his worst to righties in general. Got 297 batting average versus righties. So he's going to see a ton of righties here, right? They're probably going to run out 8 righties. So uh, this is what I want to take a look at right here. What's the total in this game? 7, 3.5, both. Okay, let's see. Right hand hitters, Houston, Gavin Williams. Houston a little bit better at home than they are on the road. Christian Walker, Paredes, last month, 4 and 7 bombs. Some of these guys got 387s and threes and da 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 da. Pena is on a hit streak. I think it's like a 10, 11, 12 games. Christian Walker looks on fire. He will strike out though. Um, Gavin Williams, K percentage versus righties, 32%, 22 at home versus righties, 32 to lefties. He won't see no lefties. Um, Over under 7. Mm, okay. Let me see something. Oh no. Uh, my fault. Walker, Walker, Pena, Walker, Pena, Paredes, Walker. So these guys, they're better at home, right? Uh, Let me see. Right hand pitching here over the course of the season. Houston 100 WRC plus in general. Uh, Away versus right hand pitching. 83 WRC plus, and then at home versus right hand pitching, 115. So they better on at home versus righties. What about the last 30 days versus righties on the road? 81 WRC plus last 30 days on the road. Last 30 days at home versus right hand pitching Houston, 128. So they home and the road splits are significantly different, right? 94 WRC plus at home. All right, so but on the road, last what 2 weeks, 74. So they significantly better on the road. I mean, at home, right? And when I go, it will reflect in bats, right? So, um, Christian Walker's betting 273 at home versus righties, but he's bet on the road versus righties. He's batting 178. He does got 3 bombs on the road versus righties. He's got 5 bombs on the home versus righties. All his home runs come to righties. So, um, looking at Christian Walker, I mean, from the swing of a bat, he can hit a bomb. But just hitting for average and shit like that, that's why a lot of this green be kind of throwing me off. And he'll strike the fuck out. 41%. Jeremy Pena probably hitting righties everywhere, right? Pena, he's just he's just been hitting. You know what I'm saying? Books know that. Books know this already. So Pena's batting 364 versus lefties and 317 versus righties. Um, all the way across the board. Away versus lefties, 357, but 273 at home. Now, he's the guy that I would take for a hit. He's also on a hit streak, like 10, 12, at least 10 games straight, I want to say. So, he's the guy that I'm taking for a hit. It'll be him. Altuve, I mean, the rest of these guys, I don't bet on these guys. I don't bet on Houston bats. I don't. So the barrel rate is up. Like last 2 weeks for Christian Walker, he's got 3 bombs versus pitch mix. He will strike out, right? Uh, Isaac Paredes, he's got 2 bombs. His isolated power is up, right? He will strike out. Some of these guys striking out. I mean, whatever, man. Whatever you want to do here. Whatever you want to do. Last 7 days. Um, I mean, like I said, 10% K rate for Pena. If you're looking for a bat or hit parlays or something like that, I would go Pena. And if I just had to take a bat on the other side, it would be J Ram, right? And the we'll take a look at strikeouts here. Um 6.5 for Hunter Brown and plus money. I mean, it could be it's a gamble, right? It could be a gamble. All this is a gamble. That's what it is. Pitching outs here, a parlay piece for him, Hunter Brown at 17 and a half. 17 and a half, you could put that with Ranger Suarez if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. I don't know who's going to win this game. I don't. I would probably, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this game. So over under 7 right there, low ass total. So that's the early games. That's the early games here. So a quick overview of what I liked here. Cubs are nothing. Cubs are nothing. Mainline parlays, run line straights. Um, I can see instances where I mean lefties I don't get the highest bump, but Jameson Taillon's pitching his worst versus lefties. If I had to take one bat here, I like Kerry Carpenter. I do. Parker Meadows, he should be coming along, right? But um, Michael Bush, I like Michael Bush. Suzuki, I could. Mm, Nico Horner don't strike out. It's the Cubs for me, though. This is what I was trying to see what the lineup comes out here. Small lean towards, I don't even know why I want to lean towards the under, over, or whatever, so I ain't even going to go there. But Trevor Larnick, I like Trevor Larnick. Hits all the way up to a bomb. Warner, definitely a home run candidate. Uh, if I take somebody to get one hit, it's going to be Castro. Barger, if I'm looking for a bomb, it's going to be Barger. Um, Kirk not in the lineup. Mm. If you want to heat check Springer, be my guest. Vladdy and Bo, just who they are. Bo look a little bit better versus pitch mix than Vladdy. Okay, Muncie is batting fifth. I like Betts. Fetty's pitching is worse to lefty. So Otani, Freeman, and Muncie gonna be in play. I like Pajes, Betts. I like the usual suspects. Am I betting on Muncie on some day late shit because I took him yesterday? Probably not. His splits are better at home versus righties. That's his best split. So I like, the usual suspects. I'm probably just gonna leave Muncie alone. But in the trenches down here in that first four where they really getting it cracking at, Freddie Freeman is really, really good. But like I said, keep an eye on Mookie Betts. He's starting to warm up, whatever. If I had to take a hit for anybody here, it would be Donovan. Keep an eye out for the weather on this game, though. Weather, weather, weather. Um, Mason Wynn, Donovan, but it would be Donovan. I like more. I get a pitcher lean to the Dodgers. If I'm betting this side, if the weather was clear, it would be money line parlays, run line straights. Give me them Dodgers. I'm gonna just fall back from this Washington game. DeGrom pitching is worse to lefties, so he's giving up all his bombs to lefties. So one of these guys might hit a home run or whatever. James Wood, honorable mention. Josh Jung. We know Corey Seager's good at baseball. Josh Jung looked interesting here and there. Trey Turner. If I'm taking one person for a hit on this team, would be Trey Turner, right? Followed by Schwarber, Castellanos, Sosa. Those are the guys that I like there. Ranger Suarez. His strikeouts are in play. His win is in play, and his outs are in play. I don't want anything to do with Pittsburgh. It's Philly or nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. The spot for Jung Ho Lee is okay. Between Chapman and Ramos, it'll be Ramos for me. Um, Austin Riley and Acuna, they looked good. Austin Riley looked over the last 2 weeks, would look really good. It only takes one swing of the bat for a lot of these guys. We already know that. Logan Webb is good at baseball, right? We got an over under 7 now, maybe 7.5 or 7. So take that with a grain of salt, right? Take that with a grain of salt. We'll see what's going to happen there. I did not look at the White Sox game. Um, and then just left off with this Houston game. And if I'm looking for a hit, Paredes, Hunter Brown is out at a parlay piece is in play. Gavin Williams pitching his worst to righties. So the righties are in play. And like I said, they're only running out. Okay, they're running out two lefties today. Caratini is a switch. He's probably gonna hit left. No, this lineup is not confirmed. So we'll see. But they're gonna run out at least 7 righties. Houston. Um, I don't want nothing to do with this Cleveland game. I did not look at this Cincinnati game. I could, we could do a little. Is this my favorite Saturday as of right now with these early games? Probably not, right? Probably not. But the fireworks might happen in these later games. You got the Yankees. You got Jack Kawanakich on the mound here in Seattle. The Coors game, you already know what you're looking at for Coors. And then we got this athletics game here with a 10.5 run total. So that's what probably where I'm gonna be getting busy at with this Colorado, this athletics game, and probably this Angels game too. Crochet gonna like his strikeouts of some sort. So we're gonna see. My fault, y'all. Let me refresh these lineups just to see who's in this lineup real quick. No more lineups came out. Nope. All right. All right. I'm taking I should have been able to get a better line than that, but I'm gonna take you getting good lines for the Cubs, hits, runs, and RBIs. We got an 8.5 total in this one. You're getting good lines. Everybody line is playable for the Cubs on Bet 365. Nico Horner -120, Seiya Suzuki -125, Kyle Tucker, Kerry Carpenter -130. I like Kerry Carpenter. Um, Parker Meadows -115. Michael Bush plus money down there at the bottom down there. But I might take Michael Bush -225 for one and put it with Kerry Carpenter, and you get a -110. You could take them at both at one hit run RBI piece. So I like that. Uh, Nico Horner, I like one hit runs and RBI. Him, I mean, or two for him. After seeing the lineup, it might be Twins or nothing. After seeing the lineup, it might be Twins or nothing. Oh, you hit that 12-hour last day. All right, so how about I slide over here and get a prize picks card in? I jumped on prize picks yesterday. How about we get a prize pick card in? How about that, right? For these early games. So I'll lock in some of these straights. Not the best when it comes to parlays for me, man. I'm not the best. I put a lot of straights. She said, "Yeah, turn here. I'm not doing nothing today. You sitting back, leaning back. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. A lot of playable lines on these hits, runs, and RBIs for these Cubs. Got a lot of 1.5s and shit, man. Um, see if we get a DFS line going. Um, James Italian, his strikeouts are in play. I mean, they in play. Let's see, right hand pitching. Detroit, number 4, striking out last 30 days. 99 WRC plus versus right hand pitching. Uh, number 2, last 2 weeks. 384 plate appearances. Can he do it though? Right? Can he give him 5? They're 4.5. I might have missed a 4.5. I don't know what his line is on the books. 4.5 Italian at a minus 125. So that's I would rather go there at 4.5 if I'm going there for Jameson Italian. He can hit this number. I mean, he's in the spot to hit this number, so it is what it is. Ed said it'd be like that. I'm old, Edwin. Through my knees. I know, right? I be trying to stay up cap games. So I would like if I'm taking Jameson Italian strikeouts, I like it at I like it on the books. Little scared, little scared. I ain't gonna lie. He is pitching his worst to lefties, and they got some lefties over here on the road. On the road versus lefties, 250. What about his K percentages? Not high. So I don't know if you want to go there or not. Um, for those purposes, I mean, you can look at. I would probably go with, like I said, just take. Probably take my stabs on Kerry Carpenter or something like that. That's another reason why I never went to. I don't go to this site because uh, because it lags for me. So 1.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. Let's see if we can get one going. 1.5 HRR. We can get a 6 pick here. I would fucking parlay this game up with hits, runs, and RBIs. What are the other bats that I like? Just put them in there. Bats or plays, whatever. Every time I bring up prize picks, it lags out my whole situation, right? It lags out my whole situation. Look at that. That's why I don't pull this up. It lags out everything, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to end up staying on that site if I'm gonna do something on this site. It lags out everything. Everything lagged out. Let's go back to strikeouts real quick. Paddock. Scared of that Yamamoto 5.5. Logan Webb. Logan Webb at 5.5. Jacob DeGrom, 5.5. Damn. They're just gonna dangle that 5.5 out there like that for me. St. Louis, they don't strike out. Toronto, they don't strike out. He's supposed to get this 5.5 versus Washington. Damn. They don't strike out much, huh? I didn't know that. Damn, 16%? I guess. Suarez. I'll take that. I'll take that. Watch it go out there and get 3 Ks. But what about his pitching outs? I'm gonna have to double back and look at his pitching outs. 4 strikeouts there. Do we take a stab at Ryan Weathers' K's here on at Tampa Bay? Mm, mm. Tampa Bay can come out here hitting. Hunter Brown, 6 Ks. 6 Ks. I'm gonna put that up there. I might take it down though. 6 Ks. Garrett Crook say 8. He got to get 9 to cash it. Jabro, Kolek, Conowitch, Clay Holmes. Oh, Charlie Morton on the mound. Oh my God. Clay Holmes 5. There was one more I wanted to put up there. Ryan Weathers. Mm, I'm gonna put that there for right now. I want to switch over to the pitching outs. Gosman at 18 and a half. Paddock at 17 and a half. Elder, Haney, Suarez at 18 and a half. I wouldn't mind putting that in a demon play. Weathers, I wouldn't take that. I probably would take his strikeouts. If he goes 6 innings, I'm quite sure he gets 5 Ks. So we'll see. I should have looked at the whole damn thing before I did this. Uh Kerry Copter 1.5. Ranger Suarez 5 Ks. Hunter Brown 6 Ks. Weathers 5 Ks. Let's throw a couple more bats in there, right? Let's go back to HRR, my favorite batting prop. Or pitching, look at that. Pitching fantasy score. You see how this shit lagged me out, man? Prize Picks is a mug. That's why I don't come to this. Mm, Ranger Suarez 31. I think I like that better. You get the quality start, you get a win. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Let me see. Quality start and the win. That's like 10 points, right? 6 innings would get you 6 innings would get you 18 points. 6 innings will get you 18 points. Um, right. 5 Ks will get you 15 points. I'm going with that. Fancy score. I'm going with that. Take that down. Give me fancy score. Right? Weathers. 5 innings, 15 points. 5 Ks, 15 points. They gonna hit him? What? Hunter Brown. 36 fantasy score. 6 innings, 18. 41 fantasy score for Crochet. Gavin Williams, 33. Tosh Bradley, 33. Jameson Italian, 27. Logan Webb, 30, 35 and a. Mm, I'm gonna stick with what I got right there. Um, the weather's 5Ks, boy. Do not go out there and sell. Shove. Go out there and shove. I'm probably gonna take it 5.5 on the books. Go out there and shove. Jameson Italian, I'm gonna take a stab at this 5.5, 4.5 on the books. Kerry Carpenter. Let's go back to hits, runs, and RBIs now. Trevor Larnick. Swanson hitting cleanup. Did I miss something? Barger. Will Smith hitting cleanup. Hmm. His Trey Turner. All the bats that I'm going to end up liking is going to be in the late games, and that's fine. He all right. I mean, I like him. I mean, depending on what his price is and what type of upside he like, I like to take risks. In my DFS lineup, I probably would take a stab at Weathers. I'm scared though, but for some strikeout upside, if he can go out there and pitch good, but just I'm scared of this ballpark and all that shit. Yeah, and I ain't looked at the rest of the games though. Vargas hitting cleanup. Mm. Ramos, Riley. All right, well, I'm going to let me see. Trey Turner. Let's see what we got. Nico Horner. Oh, Ranger Suarez fancy score has been moved. Damn, that was free, wasn't it? Should have been free. It was 31 and a half. So where's it going to go to now? Hmm. Freddie Freeman at 2.5. One, no, not months. What about Mookie? Where's Mookie? Right there. 1.5 is a goblin. Mm. Potheads. Mm. Boy, these numbers are so inflated. Edmund. I'm so glad I'm able to bet on the books. They forcing you to. Sosa. I like Sosa. They go Trey right there. They know Trey hot. You can get nothing but a 3.5 for him. You get a demon for Liam Hicks 1.5. He's gonna go on one of my demon plays. That 1.5 going on one of my demon plays. I can't, man. I'm gonna just go up here. Um, I'm going back to that Cubs game, and I'm gonna take why did they take away all of the? They took away all the 1.5s just that fast, and I just seen them. And this shit is fucking lagging, man. All right, so this is lagging so hard. So look, I'm taking I'm gonna do it on my phone here. I'm taking Kerry Carpenter here. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do it right here. I'm taking Kerry Carpenter. HRRs. I'm taking Hunter Brown, K's at 6. Taking damn Ryan Weathers. Mm-mm. Boy, this is a tough situation. This is a wild card right here. Weathers. I'm thinking I should take his fancy score. I'm gonna take the K's though. I'm gonna take the K's. And Suarez, they pushed his fantasy score up to um up to, you said what, I helped you, so you going yeah, they took his fantasy score up to 30 32 and a half. I'll still take that. Um and then the Cubs, I'm gonna go out and take Kyle Tucker, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I'm gonna take Nico Horner with that. He ain't striking out. Or Larnick. Let me see, Larnick. I do like Larnick today. It's gonna be Nico Horner or Larnick, where I can get a good number at. I probably don't get a good number for Larnick. I'm only looking for 1.5 right now, and they don't even have. Okay, hold on. They start him up for 2.5. I'm gonna go with Nico Horner. I'm gonna do a little mini stack, a mini Cub stack, a mini Cub stack here, or I wanted Michael Bush, but Michael Bush is batting. They're not giving it to us. They're only giving us his 2.5. So Michael Bush, Nico Horner. So hopefully Nico Bush can bring Nico Horner in. And I'm taking the hits, runs, and RBIs for Kyle Tucker at 1.5. Whatever, man. Whatever, right? Whatever. And then I took Kerry Carpenter along with these other plays right here, which was Hunter Brown, 6 Ks, Ryan Weathers, 5 Ks, and Suarez, 31.5 fantasy score. Now, I'm taking this. I'm taking a stab at it, man. This is very risky, but I'm taking a stab at the 4.5 Ks for at the 4.5 Ks for James Italian. I shouldn't take this. I shouldn't bet this. It's 120. I want to. I'm gonna put a little something on it. Just in case, if that's what y'all want to know what I'm doing, then I'm put a little something on it. I ain't even gonna lie, just a little something. Homer play, see what he can do. These lefties might tag his ass too. Cole Keith looked good at times too. Got 9 more minutes for that. And I'm gonna do a parlay in this one here, real quick. The parlay in this one, I'm taking hits, runs, and RBI parlay in this Cubs game, and it's going to be 1.5 for Michael Bush, 1.5 for Kerry Carpenter, hits, runs, and RBIs. Um, I'm gonna take one for Nico Horner, one for Kyle Tucker, one for Riley, and one for Parker Meadows. A nice little parlay come out to plus 800. And then I'm gonna do a hits run RBI parlay. I'm gonna take 1.5 one. I'm gonna take Kerry Carpenter minus 130. I'm gonna take mm, I'm gonna take Addison Barger minus 135. Toronto. I'm gonna take Freddie Freeman for 1.5 at minus 170. Trey Turner at 1.5 for minus 185. That four leg at plus 653. That's Kerry Carpenter, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Addison Barger, two 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Freddie Freeman, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Trey Turner, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Now I'm gonna sprinkle on. I'm gonna take the win for Suarez. I'm gonna take the win, and hopefully he gets the win there. Um, so for that Philly game, I'm gonna take the win. Boy, you getting plus money. They give you plus 115 for the run line. Man, I'm scared. I'm starting to get scared now. Maybe I should have took the over in that Cubs game. Maybe I should have took the over here at 8.5. I don't know. Um, we could probably breeze through one more game here. Let me see. Um, Not a big fan of Kolick, so I'll definitely be looking at the Brewers bats here. Um, Not gonna talk about this Mets game. It's just all go, all Mets, all bats. Okay, let's take a look at this Baltimore game because I'm gonna like this game here. Shout out to the usual suspects last night for getting busy. Um, Shout out to the usual suspects. Let's go to this Houston game. I mean, it's Baltimore Athletics game here. We got Charlie Morton on the mound here. Look at this nightcapper, and I'm getting out of here. 6.20 ERA. Pitched good versus the White Sox one time out. 10 bombs. Um, hmm. Lefties on the road. Pitching is worse for lefties on the road. Let's go. That's where we're going. Lawrence Butler Day again. No, no, but I'm gonna get out here, cut the grass, probably get on the Blackstone, and I got to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna do this last game though. Do this last game right here, and I got it's family time now. Right, one more game. This last game right here. I ain't do a home run parlay or nothing. I usually do one, but I'm gonna have to look at the rest of these games. All right, come on here. All right, that'll work. I don't even know why I'm looking. It's gonna be the same thing again, man. Going the first four. This shit gonna be like the first 48. The first four. I mean, what am I? What are we doing here? Right? Lawrence Butler, Soderstrom, and Brooker, and uh and Wilson. That's that. Let's run it back. That's 3 days in a row. Let's keep it going. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. Let's see who's in this lineup. Butler. Butler's batting 444 in the last 2 weeks. 8 for 18. 5 extra base hits and a bomb. Last 7 days, crushing it. 5 for 12. Soderstrom, 2 bombs, whatever. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. I'm already knowing what it is. We already know. Righties. Jacob Wilson. Ursula. Wait. Jacob Wilson continues to smash. 40 hits down there. Rooker's only got 4 bombs on this pitch mix. Rooker Ks are down. Jason Wilson last month, 5% K rate. These boys about to get busy again. They about to get busy again, man. Straight up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. One more week before I start going, before I go to my next shift, man. My next shift, I already got I got the Dub Club set up. I mean the Discord. I just don't know how to work that shit, but I got it set up, and I'm gonna be dropping more in the Dub Club because I ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna come in at night and drop a few plays. Maybe a 10-minute video at night, but the rest of that shit I'm gonna have to drop that shit. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm starting my new shift gonna be more likely it's gonna be overnight. So Jacob Wilson, Rooker. I mean, the usual suspects. Denzel Clark been hitting at the bottom of the lineup, but he would strike out. Rooker and Wilson, they've been, not striking out. So Wilson batting 500 the last 7 days. Rooker 500 the last 7 days, and Clark 500 the last 7 days. You can help. I'm gonna invite you, and then you just show me around. I never been in anybody's Discord at all, so I don't know. I'm quite sure. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of time for that. I don't. All right, so yeah, but for me, just to drop the plays in there, and maybe going forward, it might turn something to something. You know what I'm saying? But man, these boys batting 500 the last 3 days. I mean, last 7 days. So I'm gonna like them. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. I'm waiting on that game for sure. I'm waiting on this game. Oh, I didn't even look at the Baltimore side. Who we got on the mound? Severino. Severino at home is terrible, right? Severino was that on the road? Severino. 'Home, home, 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 home. That's where he get his ass lit up at home. This is gonna be a movie. This is gonna be this is the grand finale here, right? This is it. At home, he's got a 6.7 ERA. mm. Home versus lefties and home versus righties. They just hitting him. He can't get right at home. Let's go, Baltimore. Severino. 8 extra base hits. No, 12 extra base hits. Five, two bombs. Okay, let's take a look and see. I seen Loriano back in the lineup yesterday. Um, these lefties. Rhino Hearn. Holiday hit a bomb yesterday. Tiffany said, I know how to work it. Ed said, I got some experience. Look at Edwin. See, you got people. I know, right? Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then yeah, get y'all in there, and then yeah, and then we'll be able to, I'll be able to, communicate with people and folks and stuff like that. Build a foundation, build a community, right? So, I DM Tiffany and Ed and Patrick and get y'all in there. Get y'all in there. Kuhn, O'Hearn. Yeah, Ron O'Hearn, Gunnar Henderson, Carlson. Carlson's been on one. He'll strike out. He's been on one. Carl Kauser, Rushman. Ron O'Hearn's fly ball is way up. 67. Hmm. I would only look towards the over here, and that's what I would do first and foremost. I look towards the over, and for sure, Tiff, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Cubs scored. How my boys score? Feel like how my boys score? Suzuki. I said that earlier. Suzuki did look good. I just couldn't figure out who or where I wanted to go. So I whiffed on that shit. But it's I'm thinking I probably should have took the over there. So right now, I mean, with that game, man, I mean, you see a lot. I'm definitely looking at these lefties, man. I mean, last week, Gunnar Henderson's been kind of cold, whatever, right? Um, O'Hearn cooled off a little bit last 7 days. I mean, it's not a big sample size. You could look at the last 2 weeks and see who's been who. But whatever you want to do, man, with this matchup, you can see. I mean, I just expect runs to be put up here, man. It's going to be hits, runs, and RBIs. My same game parlays, I need to post them a little bit more. My HRR hits runs on RBIs and stuff like that. I need to post them a little bit more. But you know, that's what I'm gonna end up doing when it's like this. Betting a lot of individual RBIs and you know what I'm saying, straights. Just just be betting a lot of straights in this game. I ain't even gonna lie, right? So, um, when it comes to but now, the number's going to be so inflated now because they've been hitting as of late. So 1.5s and shit going to be out the door. Like I use Bet365 for that a lot. So let's take a look at some of these lines, right? Player props here. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Almost hit a plus 6,000 last night. Um, yeah, almost hit a plus 6,000 last night. Was should I just be trying? I think I fell short of Tyler, one more RBI for Tyler Soderstrom. Yeah, I had him for 2 RBIs. I had Wilson for 2 hits. I had Rooker for 4 hits, runs, not. No, I think no. Rooker fell short one too. I had Rooker for 4 hits, runs, and RBIs, or five, one or the other, and Wilson for 2 hits, and I had Soderstrom for 2 RBIs, and I had Lawrence Butler for 2 runs. I didn't have none of those guys on my shit. I didn't have none of those. And that's what we do. That's why we do this. We trying to predict game flow, right? And you know what I'm saying. We trying to predict game flow, right? We know that. I mean, Butler leading off. I took him for 2 runs, 2 hits for Wilson, 2 RBIs for Soderstrom because he was hitting cleanup behind Rooker last night. That's why it's important for you to see who's in the lineup. That's why I wait. And then so that's how that went. And everything came out right. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you're gonna get good numbers, man. You get good numbers for this. Uh like I always tell you guys, look, RBIs, 2 RBIs plus 400. When you expect traffic on the bases, runs, 2 runs plus 450, right? I should have betted all this shit straight last night. You know what I'm saying? 2 runs. You know what I'm saying? 2 runs for Jacob Wilson was plus 600. Jacob Wilson don't strike out. Yeah, he don't strike out. 2 hits. So right now it's very inflated, minus plus 130, but you get the drift. Lawrence Butler 2 hits plus 275, shit like that. But the matchup got to be right when you expect for runs to be put up, and sometimes you got to look at it like that. So that's gonna be one of those games. That's gonna be one of those games I'm gonna target, and probably might target the other side as well when it comes to. I didn't put them other guys in there because we was waiting to see if JP Sears was going to be the pitcher. Then I had to go to work, all types of shit. So that's the thing there that kind of like blows me up a little bit. But um, I expect for runs to be put up on the other side too. So Holiday could probably be getting warm, right? Leading off, couple runs or something for him. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's fine. Maybe like let's see, if I was to pull up FanDuel here. Now I'm gonna have to play this late. I'm gonna have to play this late. But I don't like messing around with the lays until the lineups come out, man. I don't. I don't. I don't like messing around with them because I need to see where everybody's at in that lineup so we can predict how we want to, how we want to run it. So let's say better props. Now judging, I would probably go back to the well for 2 hits for Wilson, and I would man, 2 hits for Wilson. Now the runs, I would go back to 2 runs for Lawrence Butler, right? 2 hits could be scarce. You could also take the hits out, and that's why we could also go with hits, runs, and RBIs. But see, FanDuel, DraftKings, right? So DraftKings, they step their game up and they let you do the hits, runs, and RBIs and parlay them up too, right? So I haven't done this on DraftKings this year, so I would probably go with let's see. And then if you just want to be sure safe, you can do hits, runs, and RBIs and be done with the whole situation, right? So like, I mean, but no, let's see. For Rooker, I would probably go 3 hits, runs, and RBIs, some shit like that. Um, and then I would go 3 hits, runs, and RBIs for him, and I still would go with the 2 hits. I ain't even gonna lie, I still would probably go with the 2 hits for Wilson. Numbers ain't that good over here. And then I would probably go up here and go with 2 runs. I like the runs, man. Maybe I'll run that same parlay back. Just scale back a little bit. Run that same parlay back. Let's see. Two. Wait a minute. This just runs over under. Where's the runs at? So DraftKings must not gonna let you do that. RBIs. Oh, they ain't gonna let you take multiple runs on DraftKings. I didn't know that. Maybe in same game parlay. What's this? RBIs? Mm. So I'll just stick to Bet365 where they let me do it at. But I'll go with something like I'll go with something like 2 runs for Butler, maybe 2 hits for Wilson. I want to see what this lineup gonna be like. If Soderstrom's hitting here, then I would probably go with his like hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe 3, and then I would probably go with like 2 RBIs or something like that from Rooker, because we know one swing of the bat he can bring everybody and their mama in. So my RBI spots would be normally be number 3 and number 4, depending on who's hitting right here. Who's hitting right here in these 3 and 4 spots? Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm gonna get out of here. But for that last game, I mean the 1 through 4 hitters, however they come, I like them, and the lefties for sure for Baltimore. Preferably the first 4. The first 4 for both, I'm gonna like them, and then got the lefties. Whatever lefties in there, I'm gonna like them as well. All right, peace out.